Well, that's the trade deadline for the NHL. And what did the Toronto Maple Leafs do? They got two players, but that was it. We got from the Philadelphia Flyers, Scott Lockton. And from the Boston Bruins, oh yeah, a guy named Brandon Carlo. Okay, so we got a guy that can fill in the center for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And we got a guy that can do the defense. Which, of course, he signed a 2-year contract with the Bruins before getting traded. So he's still on year two. He still has that contract. But this is not but however, just by looking at what we have, like what we got with Brandon Carlo and Scott Lockton was it's just bizarre. It's just not good enough for the Leafs to be a Stanley Cup contender. Now, yes, to be a Stanley Cup champion. Now, yes, I know people are going to... now, yes, I know there's going to be people like, well, we got everybody. I mean, we're going to win the Stanley... Yeah, I understand that. But just by looking at what we got this year, it's just not acceptable. And it's just not good enough. I mean, what are we doing? Brad Treliving, did he cook? No, he did absolutely. Oh yeah, just wait for it. Waited until the final 2 hours or so just to get a trade. I mean, wow, dude. Just wow. You waited that long to trade somebody? I mean, look at this. For Philadelphia, they had to give up Scott Lockton and hand it over to Toronto, to the Maple Leafs. And what do the Leafs do? Oh yeah, that's right. In that trade, they had to give up Nikita Gabrinkin. I don't know if that's how I pronounce his name, but who the hell cares? We traded Gabrinkin for and that draft pick. So remember when he said cross check, forecheck. Oh my god, back check for the fudge for. Are you kidding me? I can't even say that line anymore. That guy's gone to Philly. And of course, here comes the more the other part where what the Bruins did. The Bruins traded Brandon Carlo to the Leafs. And what did the Leafs do? They stupidly traded Minton Fresh. They traded away Fraser Minton to the freaking Bruins for God knows how for Brandon Carlo. That guy Brad Treliving would have gotten fired on the spot for trading a guy named Fraser Minton. That guy had potential. And what do? We trade him to our divisional rival known as the Bruins. Only thing is we want to just make our defense stronger. Not with the way. Yeah, but when you trade away a prospect named, oh yeah, Fraser Minton, that's a joke. That just doesn't work. But hey, it's the NHL. Business trades have to be made. So it's best to trade off Fraser Minton. I mean, we're going to bring in Easton Cowan, really? That guy is... Where do I have the words to say? Easton Cowan? You're going to tell me that Easton Cowan is the bright future for the Leafs? Is that some kind of a joke? Or is it just me? So right now So while we got these two guys, look at the Florida Panthers. They got Seth Jones. They got Brad Marchand from the Bruins. I mean, Jesus Christ. Marchand, yeah, he's not my daddy. 100%. Don't even give me Brad Marchand is your daddy. I don't care. He's not my father. He is not. All right? I mean, sure, Marchand would be good in a Leafs jersey, but my God, to the Panthers with Matthew Tkachuk, yeah, we have some serious problems with that. We have some serious problems. Jake Evans staying with Montreal. Not a surprise there. Mikko Rantanen, who actually got traded from Colorado to the Carolina Hurricanes for Martin Necas, and now we're going to trade him back. We're going to trade him to Dallas, and he signs an 8-year contract with Mikko Rantanen. He signed an 8-year contract with the Dallas Stars for Logan Stamkos, who goes to Carolina. Way to freaking go, Brad. Way to go, Brad Treliving. Way to freaking go. Because this team, well, even though I don't know if this team's gonna win the Stanley Cup. I don't know, because this team might not see the life of day. Because this is not good enough. This is not a good enough trade. Well, we got some pieces. I mean, we can still make the cup. Again, even though I want the Leafs to win the Stanley Cup, which again I haven't seen in a while. Of course, I wasn't even alive when the Leafs won the Stanley Cup, and I'm not sure. I've seen the Leafs for 6 years now, and to see this kind of trade might have been the last thing we've ever seen in the history of sports. This might be the worst thing I've ever experienced, because this team is officially cooked. But hey, at least, well, of course, that's the two. But then, of course, the Penguins trade. Oh yeah, Connor Timmins and Connor Dewar they trade that pick to Toronto for Connor Dewar and Connor Timmins. I mean, okay, let's add some considerations there. Oh, now we're gonna do some damage here. We're gonna do some effing damage here. Some effing damage with this team. So let's trade DeBrincat for nothing. Let's trade DeBrincat to the Propellers for for Scott Lockton. We're gonna trade Brandon Carlo to the Leafs, and we'll take away Fraser Minton. This might have been an absolute disaster. Remember in 2023 when we still had Kyle Dubas? When the Leafs were cooking? Like, look at what they got. Ryan O'Reilly, Noel Acciari, Luke Shen, a guy named Jake McCabe. All those players. Sam Lafferty. And look at and now go fast forward 2 years ago to this year. We're just officially cooked. We didn't do anything right. Only had to fill in some spots, but this team is not good enough. I mean, I regret saying something in the beginning before the Leafs started with the Leafs winning the Stanley Cup. Look, I want them to win the Stanley Cup, but it's just not good enough. What are we doing? I don't know. I don't freaking know at this point. Because I just want to win. And of course, if we can get out of the first round, for Christ's sake, if the Leafs can get past the first round and get past Florida, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. Darn it. Brad Treliving did a worse job this year at the trade deadline than last year. I told him he needs to step up his trade deadline game, but he's not a trade deadline kind of guy. Do something, God, for Christ's sake! Don't just stand there like the Statue of Liberty. He didn't cook. He absolutely didn't. And now this team is officially cooked. This team's cooked, man. I love my team dearly. I'm not going to give up on them, but this team is cooked. This team is cooked. But I still want them to win the Stanley Cup, but we're still cooked.